Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to talk about me returning my iPhone 14 Pro Max back to my carrier. My carrier is Telstra, which is a service provider here in Australia, and the phone that I'm returning is the iPhone 14 Pro Max, which is the deep purple colorway, the 1 TB version. And the reason I'm returning this is because I have received the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and for the past couple of days I've been playing around with the 15 Pro Max and loving it and enjoying it. It has been quite an amazing experience. Yes, there is no major drastic changes. It's only USB-C and minor of the improvements, but still I have been enjoying the 15 Pro Max. And the reason I'm returning my 14 Pro Max is because I'm on a month-to-month plan, and that means that I return the past year's device whilst I get to keep the new device that's currently out. And when the next iPhone is going to be out next year, if they're going to call it the iPhone 16, then I'm going to be getting the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and I'm going to be returning my current iPhone 15 Pro Max. And this is part of my month-to-month plan. So I don't need to return the box that the phone came in with. The only reason I keep the box is because if I do not want to return it to the carrier and I want to sell it for a better value, then having the box gives me a better value, and that's why I keep it. Not everyone keeps it, but when I need to return the phone to my carrier, all I need to do is just provide them the phone. I don't even need to give them the case. I don't need to give them the charging cable. It's just the phone that they need. And the steps that you have to do before you return the phone is that you need to ensure all of your data is backed up and you have formatted the device that you're returning so that they do not have to deal with any of that, and you have all the data that you need so that you don't go and hassle the provider about the data that you potentially lost. So in my case, all of my data is in the cloud, so I don't need to worry about backing anything up separately. Everything is in the cloud, and I can already access all of that with my iPhone 15 Pro Max, so I don't have to worry about any of that. I can just now format this 14 Pro Max and just head to the store and then give them the phone. And what they're going to do in the store is going to have a look at the device to see if there are any scratches, damages, dents, or whatsoever, any chips. And then if everything is good, they're going to take this device in. And in my account, what they're going to do is they're going to basically mark it off as 14 Pro Max returned and 15 Pro Max is with me. So that's what they're gonna do, and it's gonna be a simple process, no more than 5 minutes or 10 minutes of me being in the store, so it should not be that time consuming. So without any further delays, let's just head to the store so that I can return my 14 Pro Max today. The clip that you saw right there was the device returning process of Telstra, and that was the process that I had been going through since the year of 2017 when the iPhone 10 or the iPhone X came out. And every year I had been physically walking to the store and then returning my older device after receiving the delivery of my brand new device. Because I'm on a month-to-month plan with Telstra, who is a carrier provider here in Australia, I do get a brand new device every year when it comes out. And in my case, it's the iPhone. So every year when a new iPhone comes out, I get to pre-order the new iPhone and I get it delivered at my house. And once I get the delivery of the new device, I transfer all of my data and everything from the older device to the new device. Some of them, if not all of them, are already on cloud. And once I ensure that I can access everything from the new device, I format my older device and then walk into the store and return my older device. And I tried explaining that to the Telstra person, but they were not open to listening to me. They were cutting me off every time I was speaking, which was very frustrating. But then, because they were not listening and they were very unprofessional, I walked out of the store, and then I decided to go to the post office and return it via the post office, as they said, because they were not open to listen to me when I told them I have literally been returning the device by going to the store. And they were cutting me off by saying that that has never happened. That's not true. Well, they could have checked my account because every time you return a device, they have to put a message on your account saying that you've returned that device. So if they had checked my account, they would know that I did actually walk into the store and return my older devices in the past years. But I got frustrated because of how unprofessional they were. I left the store, and because it was weekend, I waited for the weekday to start so that I could go to the post office and return the device via post. Today's Tuesday. I went to the post office. I provided the tracking number to the post office person, which Telstra had given to me. And once I gave that to the post office person, they were able to figure out why I was there. Once they knew why I was there, they asked me to go to the shelf and pick up a packaging material. And once I took that and gave it to them, they packed the device and made it ready to ship to Telstra. I don't know when that's going to ship, but they did give me a receipt with the tracking number and everything. And within less than 5 minutes, I was able to walk out of there. The process is not long. So, yes, you can do it in weekday if you are able to take some time off in the morning or during your lunchtime. The entire process inside of the post office, very similar to how it was at Telstra when I returned the device in Telstra store physically last year and the year before. The only difference is when returning the device at Telstra store, the device would be inspected at the store, so you would walk out tension-free knowing that you don't have to pay anything else. But when you're shipping via post office, you would not be sure, because once Telstra receives the device, then they would assess it. That's when the inspection happens. And if the device is broken or if it has some scratch, then maybe Telstra or your carrier could ask you to pay. But as long as you have taken photos and videos, you have some sort of evidence that you packed up without any damages, then at least you have some grounds to say, no, I packed everything properly. Here are the photos and videos. It happened during the transit. I cannot control what happens during the transit. You can say all that stuff to, avoid paying any sort of damages if it has happened during the transit. So be sure to have some sort of evidence in order to avoid that. So that's the process of returning your old device. I would say this is the new process, because the old process where you could walk up to any physical store and return your old device was the best. At least you would be able to, do it on a weekend and at your own time. Now with the post office return process, you would have to do it during the weekday. You may have to start work late in order to get this returned. So yeah, that's all I have to say about the returning process. I'll leave it here now. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, peace.